Hey students, it's me, Mr. Fitz. So welcome to Applied Math. So what we're going to go over today is converting percents. So this should be a review for everybody, my hope is, and we're just gonna, try and get our math brains working again. So I wanted to introduce you to our video notes. So these are our video notes. I'm not exactly sure how long this video is gonna take, probably 10 to 12 minutes. Hoping it's gonna be 10. I'll talk really fast. As you remember, I do talk fast in my videos. So what we're going to talk about, percents. So oh, by the way, these video notes, you should have them. I'm going to give them out in class. If you don't, I will post links on Classroom. I will also post links in the YouTube video, and I'll post a PDF as well for those of you who'd like to use an iPad to take notes. I highly recommend that, by the way. And so here we go. Let's take a look. So percents. So here's a nice, funny little comic strip from Foxtrot. So by the way, you can pause and read this. We do not lecture too much in this class, so there won't be any lectures because I like to try and use class time to work on projects and problems so we can work together on things, meaning like I can help you if like you have questions about your problems or your projects, that sort of thing. So anyway, so you're going to get most of your content through the videos. You will have time in class to watch those too, but let's take a look. So what we're going to talk about today. So the goals of today are to, number one, understand what percents are. And 2 and 3 are basically the same. So we're going to convert percents to fractions or decimals, or we're going to convert decimals or fractions to percents. We're also going to convert fractions to decimals and decimals to fractions. So there's like 6 types of conversions going on, right? So let's look at some examples. So you might want to write down the rules. So definitely write this down. What is a percent? Well, percent literally means per 100. Yeah, they're 100 cents in a dollar per 100. So simply put, it is just a way of expressing a fraction of 100 as a whole number. And actually, not even a whole number. It could be any number. It could be a decimal, right? So we'll just say a number. For example, so if we're looking here, oh my God, 70% chance it's going to rain on Friday. It's terrible. Well, let's be optimistic. So let's say it's a 30% chance it's going to be awesome. Yeah. All right. So 70% chance of rain, 30% chance of awesome. That is 70 chances out of 100. That's what that means. So 70% can be written as 70 over 100, or it can be written as a decimal, 0.7. So there's 3 equivalent ways to write that. So that's just an example. By the way, that is not an area thing. Like doesn't mean 70% of Brooklyn is going to actually get rain. So we're going to learn more about probability later in the year. Just wanted to throw that out there. So first one, percent to a fraction. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that P number, whatever the number is, next to the percent symbol. There's our percent symbol. P over 100. So you're just going to drop this little symbol, and then it's just P divided by 100, and then you can simplify it. I'm going to show you how to do that in the graphing calculator too. Super easy. Percent to decimal. So you're going to drop the percent symbol. It's basically the same thing, only you're going to take it one step further and actually divide this. So you're going to drop the percent symbol and then divide by 100. That's why I put those two together, because it's pretty much the same thing. So let's look at some examples. So 15%, I drop the percent symbol, divide it by 100, and then simplify. And you can do this all in your graphing calculator. 8.3%. 8.3 divided by 100 is 0.083. Okay, let's try that. Let's look in our graphing calculator. So where is our graphing calculator? Here it is. So 15%, drop the percent symbol, divide by 100, enter, 0.15. And then if I hit this math button, and then the first choice, it converts that to a fraction for me, 3 over 20. Easy peasy, right? Don't even have to simplify any fractions with a graphing calculator. Cool. And then what was the other one? 8.3, 8.3%, which is 8.3 divided by 100. I'm going to show you how to use the fraction tool as well on the graphing calculator, which is super useful. Okay. Next up, decimal to percent. All right, so first we're going to multiply by 100, and then we're going to include the percent symbol. Easy. You're going to see an example. Decimal to fraction. So this is a little trickier because you have to like go back to your elementary school days and like think about place value. So you're going to write out the decimal using place value and then simplify, or use your graphing calculator. So here are some examples. 0.718, that's my area code, is 71.8%. 0.002. So this is our tenths place. This is our hundredths place. This is our thousandths place. So I'm just going to write that as 2 over 1,000, and then I can simplify that. And again, I can plug both of these into my graphing calculator. It makes life a lot easier for me. So 0.718, 0.718 is times 100 is just move the decimal place 2 places to the right, right? 71.8. And then the other one was 0.002. So that's our tenths place, hundredths place, thousandths place. So if I just go ahead and enter and then hit math 1 over 500. There you go. Not bad. All right, one last example. So this is really where everything kind of comes together, a fraction to a percent. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to convert that fraction to a decimal. How do we do that? Divide the numerator by the denominator, the top number by the bottom number. Then you multiply that decimal by 100, and then you add the percent sign. So that's really like, we're really doing 2 in 1 here. We're doing fraction to decimal and then decimal to percent. So let's look at an example. So the example, 7/8. So for those of you that get into finance later on, historically stocks used to trade in eighths. So you're probably going to know all of your eighths. So let's use our fraction tool, alpha y equals. So yeah, because you have to convert all of those prices that were in eighths to decimals, because now stocks trade in decimals. So, or you just have a spreadsheet do it for you. So 7 over 8 is 0.875. And then I can multiply that by 100, 87.5%. There you go. So that's 3 different ways of writing the same number. 87.5%, 0.875, 7/8, all the same. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little practice. So first off, you're going to have this at the bottom of your video notes, and they're going to be 3 numbers filled in. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video and take this 1.2, the decimal, write it as a fraction and write it as a percent. And your fractions, you want to simplify, okay? And then this 0.15%, you want to write it as a decimal, write it as a fraction. This fraction, 2/3, write it as a decimal, write it as a percent. So pause the video, give that a shot. All right, here we go. Here are your answers. So 1.2, that's a little tricky because we know 2.2 is 2/10. Well, what is the 1? Well, that's actually 10/10. 10 over 10 is 1, right? So that's really 10 plus 2, which is 12/10. So that's a little trickier. So 12/10 equals 6/5. Again, plug that in your graphing calculator, you'll get the answer. Well, 1.2 times 100 is 120. So this would be 120%. So these are all the same. Just go ahead and let's try it in our graphing calculator. So 1.2, enter, math 1. There you go, 6/5. And then you can multiply that by 100, and that'll give me my percent, right? 120%. Bingo. This one is 0.15%. So that's 0.15 over 100. So what we're going to do is we can move this decimal place 2 places this way, and this is 0.0015. Well, that's our tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So that's 15 10,000ths, or 3 over 2,000. So we can go ahead and do that in our graphing calculator as well. So it was 0.15 divided by 100. Enter. Simplify that. That's 3 over 2,000. There you go. Not bad. Last one. See what we got. 2/3. Okay, 2/3 is the same as 0.6. This is a rational number. It is rational. It can be expressed as a fraction or a ratio. 0.666666 repeating. So if we go ahead and plug that in our graphing calculator, you're going to see it's 0.66666, and then it rounds up the last one to a 7. So it approximates it. Or it's 66.6 repeating percent. So let's go ahead and look at that. 2/3. I'm going to use the fraction tool. So if you hit alpha, y equals, then it's 2 divided by 3, right? 2 over 3. Enter. And then you multiply that by 100. 66.6. Okay, so there we go. That is your video. Hopefully this helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. And thank you for watching. Interesting. No. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to start this over and then edit this later. So 3, you can get it online. We'll post. Oh my God, this is so bad. All right. 3, 2, 1.